buddy. The boy and I have a little project. So our current train layout is at about 39 inches to the bottom, which is fine for you because you can see it. You can see all the trains, you got a good view of it, right? But your little sister's like way down here, she can't see it. And then the other issue with it being at 39 inches is that for you, for operating the trains, it's almost not as fun, right? So Dad has a cool idea. We're gonna try and build a little train layout for our Thomas and Friends collection. And it's gonna be something that you and your sister can have fun doing. And it's gonna be a little bit more at like 26 inches, something like that, that you guys can stand over and you can watch all the trains go by and you can enjoy the operations. What Dad has been doing, I've been doing a little bit of research because our layout is mostly Bachmann Track, which that was what we started out with. We didn't really know any better, but that's fine. So we have Bachmann Track and we run Atlas Code 83. Code 83 stuff, the Flex Track, you can't really put together. It's kind of hard, right? The Bachmann Track's real nice, but it's hard to put together for a kid. So we're gonna try the Kato stuff. Sometimes Dad calls it Kato, so forgive me. That's probably just because I'm from Chicago and everything is hey, oh, you know, hey. So Kato is how you pronounce the track. So we have a couple of turns. What we want to do today is we want to try and do a little bit of an experiment. The track is super nice quality. Why don't you hand me the turns, buddy? And they have a 19¼ radius. The geometry is a little bit different. So this is 19¼ radius, which means the space you're going to take is double the outer circle, right? And then they have a 16⅞, which might be a little tight, which is why we're going to do our experiment today, right? So we're going to see how well the Thomas trains get around on the 16⅞ and the 19¼ We have some bumpers because we didn't buy enough stuff to make a full oval today. We're just trying to figure out what our layout is going to be.
Last time we made a full oval.
Oh well, the Kato track, we have a little N-scale starter oval, and that was when Dad was like, this track's really nice. So I wanted to pursue the HO scale track. And the other thing is I believe that this track goes together very nicely for a kid. It looks a little bit more prototypical. The card just slides right out. There was a little piece of tape on some of these, which I just cut. We're gonna build like a semi-oval, not the whole thing, because I wasn't sure if the 16⅞ is gonna work out. We're gonna find that out today. So what you do, buddy, I think you can put these together nice and easy. You just line them up. And you just pop it together.
I think I know.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit easier than the Bachmann track. So why don't you go ahead and put together the 16⅞ half circle. There you go, you got it. Went together really well, right? Okay, and then you go ahead and do that, and that finishes our 16⅞. I'm gonna save these sleeves, because we're pretty fortunate. We live by a nicely stocked hobby shop, and he's got a little bit of everything. Make sure you're lined up really well, buddy. Yeah, it's best to do it like that. And then once you're started, then you can pick it up and pop it together. There you go. Went together super nice. And then I like to check and make sure. Sometimes the Bachmann track is a little bit harder to line up. So for a kid, I think the Kato Unitrack lines up really, really well. So you don't want to force it. So that's our 16⅞. That's going to be our tighter circle. What I think we're going to do is we're going to join them together, and we're just going to do like a horseshoe shape on the table here. So this is 19⅞ radius, which would be, if I had two half circles of these, it would be bigger than the table. So I think maybe we'll join the 19⅞ together. Yeah, I didn't think about buying a re-railer at all to help get the trains on. Dad will put the trains on the track. So we'll go ahead and we'll pull out our 19⅞. Okay. I'm gonna say these sleeves are super nice because if the track pieces don't work out, it goes together super easy. Not like a blister pack. Okay, man, so take your time. So on the bottom, it doesn't tell you that these are 16⅞. So what I would probably do is take a marker and mark what they are for the future, just so you know what the pieces actually are if you end up with loose track.
And if we're just testing these, we can actually just like put them back in the...
Yeah, nothing's really wrong with the Bachmann track, but I think this looks so much nicer. And the railroad ties are beautiful. I believe this is a code 83 height, whereas Bachmann is code 100.
Yes.
Yeah. Part of the reason why I want to do Kato is because their switches all the switch controls plug right into the controller. And I think for kids, for changing directions, is awesome compared to the little Atlas flip switches and stuff like that. And then there's also on-off switch accessory packs, so you can park all your guys off on a siding or a turnout, and you can turn the power off to that track, and they're just parked over there. I think that sounds like a pretty good idea. We have a plan in our head, but we haven't actually put it on paper yet. So, one thing with them, we have our feeder track. It comes with a nice long wire. I believe there's extenders you could buy. So this is what's going to plug into our controller. We're going to have to be a little bit careful, buddy. I think for beginners, you know, you kind of go straight towards the Bachmann track because, you know, I saw that there was a lot of starter sets when we were starting out. We started out with Thomas, so we bought a ton of Bachmann track, which I think eventually I would like to change some of that out, but it works just fine for what we're doing. So let's go ahead and let's plug this guy into there, and then we have enough wire to make it all the way to our controller. Still kind of hard for a kid, but you know what? I think as time goes on, it'll be pretty easy for you. Then we bought some 14-inch sections of straight track. So the Kato Power Track is quite a bit different than some of the other stuff that's out there. You can, with some adapter cords, you can actually purchase. You could use a different power pack on Kato track. And guys run DCC, but for this layout, because we want to use Thomas on this, most of our layout is DCC now. So we have to kind of like switch things over, take trains off if we want to run these. We want to kind of have a nice little designated layout for Thomas. So that side's a little longer because we got our feeder track section.
Yeah.
So we're going to start probably with Bill. Got a little plug in the back. Everything plugs together real nice. Everything's off. We're going to test each locomotive on here and make sure we don't have any derailing issues. So I know a lot of people are like, why are you going to use such a tight turn? It's because we want to build a little bit smaller layout for what we're doing. Okay, so throttle's all the way down, right, buddy? So you want to go ahead, I don't know if I need to switch those wires around. Let's go ahead and try forward and see which way it goes. There you go.
No.
Bill works. It's just we haven't run them in a really long time. So we just have the, go ahead and give him a push. There you go, Bill works. We haven't run him in a really long time, and he probably has some pretty dirty tires. Whoops. Got in the way of the controller. Oh my goodness. We have a little too much going on the kitchen table. So Bill's we're going to start with our shortest guys and bring them back. Yep. And we're going to switch directions. So Bill's like a little switcher. He gets through there, no problems at all. Right? Yeah. Yeah, the Bachmann trains are awesome. But I think it'd be cool for us to build another little layout. Then you just slow it down. There you go. Switch directions entirely. So you go off, straight, yep. And then go ahead and let's go full speed backwards. Let's crank them up. No problem for Bill.
It's not really that fast.
Whoop!
Oh.
All right, I think you ran him into the bumper, so Bill gets around pretty good. So, well, the thing is, you're not used to the Kato power pack, right? So let's try Thomas, all right? Dad's gonna put him on in the turn. He doesn't seem to have any issues on that tight radius. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'll throw him in the other direction. Let's go back and forth a few times.
Yeah.
We're gonna test this a little bit more. We're probably gonna put some cars on there too. Thomas doesn't have any problems with the tight train radius, which is fine. Oh, you gotta slow it down before that bumper. It's okay. Go ahead and bring him around. We'll take him off and put something else on. Here, I'll do it. I want to play. Dad wants to play.
Okay.
There you go. That's about how fast these guys go. And you know what? Something about this track, it's quieter. comparison to the Bachmann. I don't know if it's the connectors. Nice. Okay. So let's try. So Thomas and Bill, I don't think anybody's going to have any problems on the 19-inch radius turn. I think where we're going to have problems is on the 16 and 7/8, which is really just a little bit stronger than an inch difference on the radius. So Bill and Thomas are a green light. Okay. So that's going to put James over here. James is another guy that hasn't been running a really long time. He actually probably needs a little bit of oil.
Why does his tires look so risky?
Nah, it's just it's like a bronze colored wheel. He gets through there really well. He needs a little oil. I haven't run him in a while. All right, why don't you switch him back? Go the other direction. Go ahead and run him full speed, but make sure you stop. Plenty of time before the bumpers. Woo! You know what's cool? Oh, there you go, you stopped. Okay, now bring him around, Dad will take him off.
Okay.
Could be, I think it's his tender that's making a bit of noise. Okay, so you know what, that's pretty excited about these trains making it through here. Because I figured whatever, we would have an outer loop and an inner loop so we could run.
These are just like, these are quieter than the Bachmann, but ones are just.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit quieter. Yeah, which is kind of an amazing thing. But you know what? Mom's got like, just to protect her table from us, she's got like a plastic cover on here and there's a tablecloth. So that could have a lot to do with it. Okay, I'm gonna put Douglas over there. I'm going to put Douglas over here. And we're gonna try Douglas. Now Douglas was one we did a review and we had problems with him right out of the package.
Yep.
But a little bit of tweaking and he worked just fine. Let me make sure I get his tender. No problems. Everything looks like it's meeting up with the rails beautifully. Nice. Why don't you go ahead and back them up all the way around, and then I want you to come through here full speed. You can go that way. Yeah, going backwards full speed is kind of an issue. All right, slow her down. There we go. All right, let's go forward full speed. Let's switch directions. There we go. Beautiful. Stop. All right, so our little, it's not a waste of money. Even, I think we would have been out like $11 if the 16-inch didn't work out, because we didn't buy everything yet. But it'd be pretty cool to have a nice train layout. So Douglas is good.
Should we try Spencer?
James is good. Let's go to Gordon. We'll go to Spencer last because he's the biggest. Okay. So it is possible to get things on the track without a re-railer.
It makes a difference.
Yeah. I actually like this clear plastic mat. I kind of want to see what sizes they come in because I might actually put that over whatever our surface is, and that might make the trains quieter.
Yeah.
That's actually like another crazy idea that Dad has. Okay, go full speed through here.
Oh, what?
Full speed. Crank it up. Just make sure you stop in time. Yeah, see? It's perfect. I love it. Okay, so do you want to go pick Gordon up off of the track over there?
Oh,
And just okay, you can drive it back. Yeah, just drive him right here. I'll take it. Nice. Okay. So now we are going to do Spencer. Spencer's our biggest one out of the Thomas and fronts. So we're going to try him out. Yeah, a lot of times I'll just get them all lined up and then roll it through the re-railer section. I think I got him on right. Okay, he's got a lot of wheels too, and he's a big streamliner. Okay, so let's bring him through slow. Let's bring him through slowly. You can go a little faster than that. Okay, he's got some issues there. So let's see. I might not have had him on very well. So he's got issues as soon as he hit the 19s, right?
Yeah. I bet it's because of the body.
Well, he's got a lot of big wheels. Big wheels have a hard time getting through. Let's see how I got the track lined up. I may not have the track. We just have the track kind of just flopping around on here. Okay, so let's bring him through nice and slowly. Which I believe he gets through fine. Yeah, see, I had to line the track back up because things are moving around. He's doing okay. I think I just didn't have the wheels on. Great. Okay, slow him down. Okay, back him up slowly. All the way. Yeah, so you got to kind of experiment a little bit to see what's going to work for you. Most of the turns on our layout are 22 or bigger. So we wanted to try and do a smaller layout. Okay, so let's go fast through here. See how he does. Yeah, that's awesome. How about we test out some of our rolling stock? So I think all these little guys, so they got the little finger system. This is SC Ruffy Ballast Contractor. So Ada Sodor. Okay. So he rolls through just fine. You want to start, I'll start sliding these down and you just make sure you got them hooked up well. And then there's our little cattle car. Go ahead and hook him up.
Oh, he just fell in there.
Yeah, they hook up pretty easily. Sometimes with the Bachmann ones, they have the little spring fingers. I think they replicate kind of European connectors a little bit more. Go ahead and let's make sure they're all hooking up okay. There's your little ice cream rolling stock. Okay, push them down there gently. Whoa! Oh man, you are rough.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry.
These things have stood the test of time. And I think this is Spiteful, the brake van, the brake truck, Spiteful brake truck. He's got kind of a grumpy face like Dad. Dad relates to this guy a lot. So, okay, don't ram it down there, okay? Go ahead and just slide it down and then go down there and connect it. Okay, now go ahead and connect it. Don't trip over the culvert. There you go. So, we have all that. Next we're gonna test this guy. But let's run it with all those. You wanna run them? They're all connected, right? Okay, let's go ahead and go backwards real slow. I think you can flip the wires underneath the track so that your forward and reverse is the direction you want it. So I'm pretty happy about this because Gordon and Spencer were the two that I was worried about. And yeah. Okay, so you want to go slowly all the way around. You know what I love about these is that their eyes move around. They're kind of like such a beautiful little, it's a high-end toy. It's a hobby quality toy.
But these guys.
Yeah, a lot of model railroaders think this is crazy, but you know what? I'm doing it with my son and my daughter. Stop! Stop! Oh my goodness.
Oh.
You totally spaced. Alright. Yeah, it's nice. So, I don't know if it's just the quality of the track or what, but Kato, why don't we go ahead and go full speed and make sure we stop plenty of time, okay? Go full speed, just crank. Yeah, you know, stop! Beautiful. Let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to drive. This is a big passenger car. I think they call it the heavyweight car. So it has long wheels, long trucks on there. So we'll see how this is the biggest one we have at Thomas and Friends, which there are similar ones to this size. Let's go ahead and gently pick up that car. We're just going to back into him and bump him, and then we're going to pull him around. There you go. I think you got them. So now you switch directions. Oh, switch directions.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. Which normally we have a complete oval. It's not a big deal. We forget. Okay.
At least my bump wasn't that hard.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and go forward. Let's see how that big heavyweight car gets through the turns. Nah, let's go slow first. So what Dad watches for is I check to make sure, even on locomotives in the cars, there you go. I check to make sure that the wheels, you can see them separate from the tracks, and then they just kind of derail. So when you listen, you learn to listen for certain things. Sometimes when we just have trains running downstairs, I hear like a tiny little click, and I'm like, uh-oh, something moved. But we have re-railers everywhere, so that's usually, they straighten themselves back out. Okay, let's back it up one more time, and then we'll go a few times with Spencer. Let's just make sure that our test is pretty good. Go slow first, yeah. All their switches look like they're in really high quality. We haven't purchased any yet, so maybe next time we mess with the Kato track, you will see kind of our layout plans for you and your little sister, right? Yeah. Go ahead and back it up all the way. Okay, now go forward again. Stop. Whoa, look at that. Okay. Stop. Here we go. Pick it up. Nice. High five. It worked. So now we know that we can do a layout that has the 19 1/4 and the 16-inch turns for Thomas and Friends, and it is going to work well. And I think it'll give us some room to still put a nice little rail yard in there, maybe an outer passing lane, because we're probably going to go 4 feet. So that's it, everybody. We don't do a ton of train videos, so we try to gear it more towards like parents trying to figure things out with their kids. So thanks for watching. Have a